Is your character not as agile as you would like?
Karluk looks at Euphemia and says, I really wish he would have missed, and then just falls over.
Is DM's grace in short supply?
Oh, and the candles go out
Yeah.
on the Minotaur's horns.
Is compassion not your character's strong suit?
Minotaur more like beef or more like cannibalism? I'm asking for a friend.
Is persuasion your dump stat?
Be prepared for a caster. These do not move on their own.
There's no caster here.
Listen long enough, and you too might learn how to roleplay 8 charisma.
Hey, welcome back. And now it is time, as is our wont, to kick off another episode of Roleplay 8 Charisma. But first, we have to summarize what happened last time. And according to the rules set down by Sepiun, Sepi, what are the rules about who summarizes?
The person who's taken the most damage in the previous session is required to pony up with the recap of the previous session, Ross.
Excellent. And
That would be me.
okay, John, take it away. What happened last
Right.
time?
So at last I could remember. I got smacked around a lot, so my memory might be a little. This happens to me on a regular basis, apparently. All right, so we were in this cave, and there was some investigating going on because there was a fallen dwarf. And although it was obvious that this dwarf was part of our clan, there was some desire to investigate further. And even though Ulrich couldn't quite figure it out, Pyric was able to figure out that using the stone and the giant slit through the dwarf's throat, that he was actually, I believe he was a rock seeker. He's either a Frostbeard or a rock seeker. I'm pretty sure he's a rock seeker. So that was determined while that was going on. And I had earlier determined while I was in wolf form, there was the smell of goblin in the air. So I was trying to get the rest of the party's attention. And I was doing that dog-like thing where I point in the direction. Well, apparently I got something's attention because this giant tentacle came whipping out of the darkness, smacked me so hard upside my wolf head, it knocked me back to my dwarven form, and I was bleeding all over the place. Then it proceeded, it was hiding in the shadows. We were trying to figure out exactly where it was so we could return the favor of what it did to me. So I was able to get my wits about me, put a moonbeam on it, and turn back into a bear form this time to try to corral it and drive it to the rest of the party. It eventually did move out, which probably was not the best thing that happened, because then it struck out at Karluk. This is where things turned great for the powers that be, because this thing started hitting like I don't even know what you call it, but it not only did it hit me so hard, it crit me. It then crit Karluk, but Karluk used the powers of the universe to turn that into a normal smack. But then it turned on Mr. Universe himself and smacked him upside the head a couple times with 2 more crits. I'm not even sure how he was standing. But we did manage to get it into a position where we could bring the full weight of our attacks to bear, along with some arrows, some axe slashing, some sword stabbing, some universe spells, some arcane spells. We brought it down. But as we were fighting it, these javelins were flying out of the darkness from some ledge off to the, we'll call it the east, off to the east of the cave. So we had to try to figure out where these were coming from. So we investigated this chasm, discovered that there was a goblin up there flinging out javelins. I again tried to move the moonbeam into it, but what actually brought it out of its hiding was the wizard, who knew that his other talent was making grick noises. So making a sound much like that of the blatter that is used as a whoopee cushion, which apparently is a grick laying an egg. At least that's what he told us. It actually drew the goblin out and caused it to panic. Also that being burnt by the moonbeam, it fell down into the chasm where we were waiting to pounce on it and punish it. The goblin was then finished. We then investigated the goblin, and it was determined that nothing of value was on the goblin except for some, what I believe were dwarven boots, but I don't really know that about them. And then we decided, after investigating the 2 passages that leave the chasm, and just that there was no immediate danger. We withdrew into the corner of the cave. For a short rest, Pyric used his magic to identify the boots as boots of striding and springing. The rest of us healed up. Karlik gave us an inspiring speech after our rest. And I believe that was everything. I might have missed something, but that's pretty much it.
For the record, the Grick was more devastating than an octopus monster in a bus filled with Japanese schoolgirls. Just saying.
The Grick was on last time. That was a great summary, John. Take a point of inspiration for your awesome.
I don't need any inspiration. Do any of you need inspiration?
Oh, I need to be inspired.
Right.
Yes, I always need inspiration. Whenever you make me touch dice, I roll a 1.
All right. And the party did get their short rest in for an hour. And just to remind our listeners, that means they can use some number of their hit dice to roll that to heal up. But those hit dice don't all come back every long rest. So you want to be a little bit careful there. But so everybody took a short rest. The good news is there was nobody bothered your short rest. So you got an hour in there. I believe it was determined to be an hour and 10 minutes.
Yep.
So Karlik could get the full advantage of the short rest and do a ritual. Karlik, what ritual were you doing? I believe it was like a little inspiration thing.
I gave a moving inspirational speech of leadership. It's a feat.
It is. And it was very moving. Yes, and so you're all recovered. While you were resting, you did hear the continual whoosh. Every few moments, there's this like wave noise echoing through the caverns. And it really does sound a lot like an ocean, or maybe if you put a seashell up to your ear. But it is weird because according to the maps, this place is really nowhere near the ocean.
Okay. Last time I used the staff to figure out the energies that were flowing in and around the Druid Grove. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I can use that experience from before to figure out if this is also sort of an environmental, centered, phenomenon that I can follow the energies of the ley lines to.
Ooh, okay. Make an Arcana check, Seppi.
Okay.
Or should I say Pyric?
Oh yeah, I'm good with the Arcana. I'm going to use this new inspiration from the tales of various things, and I'm going to make this happen. All right, then. So I'm sitting cross-legged with my head against the Staff of Ice. The Staff of Ice is completely, perfectly vertical to the ground, and now I channel the. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 28. No, that's a 26. And then here's another one. And that's, there was the one, but now that's a 22.
Ooh. Okay. A 22 is pretty good.
A 26.
26 is even better. All right. So, you didn't cast detect magic. You're just trying to get a feel for the place.
I'm trying to use my previous experience.
You're getting the feeling that the sound, it's hard to determine the nature of the sound, but the sound might actually, you're getting the feeling the sound is actually not magical in nature. Like the sound is probably actually water somehow. With a 26, you're thinking maybe you have remembered learning of underground waterways and things. So maybe it's something like that. And then some usual sort of acoustic properties of the caves, maybe. But there's also, because it was an Arcana check, there's also a deeper thrum happening here. There's powerful magic here, like very ancient and very powerful, and very, which is unusual, very dwarven magic here.
Oh, okay then. My friends, I think something is the sound of water might actually be water.
I am a dwarven cave. Nothing is as it seems. It's always better.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Like, I have never seen a dwarf and water interact. They like bathe infrequently. I don't know if it's a feature or flaw. It depends on the day. And like
as he says that, I look up from licking myself.
And I know, like, the only dwarf I've ever seen interested in any body of water is a certain one in Wells. And I think that's more of a psychosis than a real actual like interaction with water. But the power of this place is real and it's ancient. And like you don't sense dwarven
curiosity, my friend. Natural dwarven curiosity, finding everything we can.
Yeah, we'll say that. That's fine. You betcha. So
and Pyric, is this on the right side of the passageways or the left, or you can't tell?
Well, it's the area in general, but something is doing something to this water. There is something not directly affecting the water, but maybe directing the thing that's affecting the water. Okay. Something ancient. It could be any number of craft. Dwarves are crafty. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Dwarves are crafty.
So we shall continue on now, up where that goblin was killed. Follow me, and I will lead the way.
Have we figured out a safe way to get up there?
And also, Pyric, who did we decide after you figured out the boots? Who did we decide they should go to? I don't think they should go to Euphemia.
Okay, then. I think it's Ulrich when he has a chance.
You have to spend a long rest to attune to him.
Yeah, he seems to want to get into trouble faster than anybody else. And everybody else is pretty fast. But he's heavily weighed down and short in legs.
I think it's helpful if we hold on to these when we're done with this, with discovering the mines. We can divide things as we see fit. But
no, Ulrich, you just take it. It's fine.
Doc, does Karlik still have light up?
He does, yeah. It only has an hour duration, so I've got to recast it.
I can see nothing.
I'm in pitch black.
You can see everything.
Theoretically, but on this map, I can see nothing.
Oh, I thought you could see last time we played. No?
I could. I saw everything.
I have to reset you every time, and then it just works.
No, last time you had to reset someone else.
All right. Try it now, Craig. Can you see now?
I cannot.
That's perfect. I have Doc light.
Oh, there it is.
I have to move your model. That's so weird. Okay, you're back.
I'm back.
Can everybody else see?
I can see with Doc's light because I don't have.
What the hell is this?
Can you actually see it now? That's all I'm saying.
That's no wolf.
I'm a bear.
Russ,
I
turned into a bear halfway through last session. Where were you?
Getting critted.
Oh, okay. I decided the Grick didn't like wolves, so I changed into a bear.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely why he attacked you.
That's why that happened.
Plus, the bear has more.
Joe, were you saying something? I missed.
I can't see on my Chromebook, but I can see on my Mac. Ironically, I know Mac's only one button, so it makes it easier. But
let me. That's Pyric. I moved. Where's Ulrich? Is this you, Ulrich?
One of them might be the screen I'm sharing, and I can't see much, so that's probably.
No, I have both up. I have all three screens up now.
All right. Weird. I can't see. Hang on a second. I'm going to fix this real quick.
Yeah, if I go over here, there's my Chromebook.
There's Ulrich. Let me move you, Ulrich. Sometimes moving the token does it.
Yeah, there you go. Now I can do it. I can see everything in both. Thank you.
I think it just depends on how it loads. Okay. All right. So, just as a reminder, there are apparently, I use the word apparently because you never know. There are apparently 3 exits from the room. I'm going to ping them all now, so watch carefully. This one is the southern exit, is where you came in. There is then apparently 2 sort of exits that you'd have to climb down and then climb up from the chasm. There is one on the right, which is where the body of the goblin is laying at. And there is one on the left, which there is nothing at. Although there was a rope tied there.
Eric, I have an idea. I'm pretty sure this is Wave Echo Mine.
That's great, Cowlick. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am a minotaur after my own heart, identifying things.
And his Karlik talks, and he moves his head. it's kind of disorienting because the light is cast on his horns. So as he moves and talks and carries on, the shadow and light is like throwing all over the room. So if he gets very animated and starts getting into his rhymes and stuff, it's really a little disconcerting. Even for those of you with dark sight, because light does mess it up a little bit. So you're like, what the?
Huh. Yes, when he does this, I'm like, must get moose and squirrel.
So who can climb very well? I look at Euphemia.
I raise a bear paw.
Anyone else?
Can I Thrall? I walk up to Thrall like cautiously. Do you mind if I hang on so I can get up to this? I'm not particularly.
I lay down and point a claw on my back towards my back.
Okay, then I'm going to do that.
So
this isn't the first time I've gotten on a bear's back and done things, but
Okay, well, you're going up bareback. Why don't you see if you can bring a rope up there and tie it to something?
Sure.
All right, so I'm gonna need. Unfortunately, I'm gonna walk to the edge of Karlik's light source and then look back at Karlik and kind of shake my head towards where we're going.
Who has rope?
I'll follow.
All right, move your mini, Karlik. Can't see.
I love it because it actually affects roll 20 does do the light thing properly.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to climb down. I'm going to climb down here.
I have 50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay.
And
I pat the bear waiting for the rope to be handed to us.
I wait.
I'll hand it to you. There you go.
Now we have the rope.
All right. I climb up here and then let
all right. So
I let Pyric degrip from my hairy back.
John, make a Constitution save.
Ooh, Constitution save.
That's a little weird, but sure. Is it poison? I'm not a dwarf anymore. Never mind.
Nope.
Oh, actually, I do keep that. I do keep it.
It's okay. It's not poison.
It's not poison. Okay. Constitution, you says, eh?
Yeah.
It's +3. I would like a blue card, sir.
Not 20. Yeah, you barely.
That'll be a 23.
There you go. There's your card. So you get that. Automatic success on an attack roll. So hang on to that one. That seems handy. And it doesn't say at any time, so you can miss first, then use the card, which is pretty handy.
Nice.
There's a powerful stench here that while you were climbing, like almost made you, or it could have made a lesser bear sneeze, which might have disrupted a rider. But
Pyric is on my back. It doesn't bother him.
Well, no, he doesn't have the powerful bear nostrils. You do.
Oh.
But it's a very, very strong stench because you rolled a natural 20. Not only do you easily resist it because you're just so good at nature.
I thought I was rolling to succumb to Pyric's Axe body wash.
No. But well, he is very. He's definitely got a soft touch, which is very charming.
Nice.
But
I promptly dump him on the ground and move on.
But there's a very strong smell of guano.
Oh.
Which
was
I think
Guano
you
the goblin's name?
What's that?
Was Guano the goblin's name?
You didn't know his name. Might have been.
All right, Russ. I'm going to shift where I move my miniature just to make room for these guys.
Let's give him.
I can also hold the rope in my mouth if you need me.
Oh, yeah. I think I let out the rope and then I hand the end to Thrall.
I bite on it.
And then so we can help somebody who is pretty stalwart up. So let's start with Cowlick because the zoomies could have started at any time.
That's true.
It's just generally a good idea to let him work it out.
I can't say anything because I'm a bear, but you're about to put him up here where zooming might be a problem.
Well, no, you got to let him do his thing.
The zoomies.
All right.
The zoomies can happen. Yeah, like his happiness is important. He's lost a lot of people recently, and there you go.
It's true.
And besides, he's your light source.
That's true.
All right. Next, let's take
Karlik,
the
I need
font.
you to make as you climb up here. You guys got to make strength checks, but with advantage because there's a rope. And so, Karlik, go ahead and make that for us.
Athletics or strength?
I'll allow either one. I think in this case, you can either use technique or brute force. Your choice.
Making it look good. 22.
I think you're fine. So Karlach easily climbs to the top.
I call for the font of the universe. Hello, Shadeen. Would you like to come join us?
Yeah.
Okay, so I shake the rope down in his direction.
Right. And I'm taking a strength test. Is that what I'm doing?
With advantage.
With advantage. Yay.
Oh, making it look good.
I see a 1.
Yeah, but I also got a 16. So
well, that's good. So you make it up there too. Now, everybody else pause for a second. So can you put Shadeen's token at the top, wherever he made it to? Shadeen, go ahead and put yourself where you want to be.
Isn't that where I am? Or am I over
That's
here?
fine. You can be at the top of the ledger. So is everybody else where they are right now? So right now I see Pyric at the top.
Is your miniature's way back on the other side of the room?
Yeah. Has Euphemia been standing back there this whole time, Rafe?
Well, I just rolled to move up there, but you said pause.
Yeah. So where are you right now? Well, while Shadeen was climbing, where were you?
I would go to here to get ready to climb.
Move your miniature to where you want to be. Okay, great. So,
but you said pause, so
I did, because while you're all there, a small creature attempts to surprise the bear.
I cannot be surprised.
As we learned last time, the bear cannot be surprised. So how does this work, John? Is it just a normal initiative roll then?
So we roll a niche, right? And then, but he gets no surprise round on me. I'm included.
Why don't we all roll initiative? Because we're about to find out who made all this quantum. All right.
Don't forget to click your token.
These are the questions that the D6 generation fans really want to know. Who made all this guano?
Boom. Shakalaka.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, someone gets a card.
I don't think I've ever had a card.
You can right click on that and take it. Can you see it?
Yep.
There you go. Take that card.
Oop, that's moving around. And how do I
you're right. Because everybody has to ask this question.
Into the GM.
It's not quite as easy as rebooting your computer, but if you right click on it and then choose take this card, that's what happens. All right.
See, I feel bad for everybody in that situation. I just feel bad for everybody in that situation.
All right. All right. Okay, we're gonna do batches of 3.
Russ, am I on the counter? Is that did I
let's see who's on the counter here.
Did I successfully do it right?
Let's see. We got
yeah, I see you 13.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
I think everybody's there.
It looks like it.
I see Shadeen. We're gonna play Romper Room. I see Shadeen. I see a bear. I see Pyric. I see Ulrich. I see Euphemia. I see Karlach. Ooh, and I see you. All right, excellent. So everybody's on the initiative tracker.
No, ICU is where we're going to go after this encounter.
That's right. Romper, stomper, flopper, boo. Okay. So,
Russ,
yes.
Russ, can you remove 3? I'm only at 20.16.
Oh, you're not 23?
Right, why? Because I get my feet still, but I have a different dex.
All right. So, so here's the situation.
Yeah, that'll work. Perfect.
Shadeen, I'm going to skip you at the moment because you don't know anything's happening.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
He is surprised.
The bear. So, bear, you're not surprised, which is good because you see these 3. Let me do this real quick.
So these things are actively attacking me, right?
They are closing in at a rapid, what we would call clip, like in a little formation, like in a little well orchestrated little formation. I'm going to give you a little preview here. They're right behind you, but they look like little bats, but they have this really long, nose, and right. They're flying in on you here. And I'm going to show you all this. Here you go. Ready? This is what they look like.
What? I'm not up there. That looks dangerous.
Yeah,
they're like drive-in movie.
Yeah,
repellent commercials. Mosquitoes.
So I'm going to attack one of them.
They're attacking you, but you're going to get to go first because you got to
because I'm faster.
Yeah. Thanks to your inability to be surprised.
Does a 13 hit him?
It does not. It does not.
I'm turning my card in because that was quick, huh?
Yeah.
There you go. You get the auto hit. Woohoo! On a Stirge too. Boo. Man.
Can you take my card? I put it on the thing.
Where'd you put it? I don't see it. Where'd you put it? It's still showing it in your hand. You got to take it out and drag it on.
I thought I did drag it on. No, let's try this. Hang on.
Okay. Almost got it. I can feel it. I believe in you.
Can you see it?
Getting close.
No.
I know what the problem is.
You click it to get the little thingy popped up, and then you drag it onto the table.
How about now?
Nope.
I click it and drag it.
As he does this, I have a question about short rests. I get 2 spell levels back. Is that correct? For short rests?
Depends on your abilities. So
yeah, no, it's based on your level, Seppi.
Yeah.
So I click it and it opens
rounded up.
Got it. Thank you.
What do I do after I open it up?
Drag it from the little area to the table.
What little area?
Where it opens up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, I got it.
There you go. Got it.
The little area is all in darkness, so it doesn't look like a little area.
Yes.
All right.
There you go. Okay.
So it's going to take. It takes 6 piercing damage.
Yeah. So you just squish that little guy because you just take one of them out.
All right. I swing at another one with my claw.
Yep. More closing in.
That should hit.
That'll hit. Yep.
And that one takes 9 slashing damage.
You just get one stuck on each of your little claws there. You got any more attacks left?
No, sadly, no.
So the third one makes it through your anti-aircraft defenses, and he tries to perch on your head and draw some blood. They're like giant mosquitoes sort of situation here.
Yeah.
So he's gonna roll to hit.
Oh, crappy. That'll hit.
He hits. So how this works is first of all, you take a D4 plus 3 piercing damage from his little nodule there. So you're going to take 7 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Then he attaches.
Here's the problem. You haven't broken through my temporary hit points.
That's okay. He's still attached. I don't think temporary hit points do anything about that.
Yeah, it doesn't affect that.
Yep. Not for what's about to happen.
It's just so think of it this way: your temporary hit points are giving you enough energy to not make this hurt a lot, but it's still you still got a Stirge stuck to you.
All right.
So he's stuck to you, and while he's attached, he doesn't attack anymore. He's just getting ready to really drink in deep like a giant bloated mosquito.
Right.
So that's going on. I'm going to give him a little attached icon here to show us that he's actually hooked on here and having a nice big old drink. We're going to give him a little fist. There we go. Look at that. The fist is bigger than he is.
Whoa.
All right. Okay. That was one squadron of those guys. I had to put in a little squadrons because I'm not saying there's a lot of them. I'm just saying there's some. And another flight of these guys comes zipping in. Here we go. I'm going to, sorry, they're hiding here on the layer here. So we're going to bring this guy. And then he's got some friends also. All right. So, and he's got 2 friends here. Zoom. That's Stirge noises, by the way, in case you're wondering. They come whipping in. Yeah, their speed is crazy fast. And John, they also close in on you, the big bear that's kind of taking up the whole thing. So 3 more come winging in. And here comes another one. There's a bunch of just a big old pile of these guys, and they all attack. So they got 1 attack each. I'm just going to roll 3d20 to see how many of them hit.
That's fine.
We got a natural 1. We got an 8. They are +5, so that's a 13 and a 20 something. So 2 hit.
So that'll be 2 will hit, 1 will not.
And 1 fumbles. So we're going to have this one guy I'm going to give him a little stun token on him. He's confused. So he's a little confused. So this
I only see 3. Should I see 4?
You're still surprised.
There's 1 here, and 1 around the corner. You probably can't see.
Yeah, he's around the corner. So 2 more suction onto you, John, and they do a D4 plus 3 each. So I'm going to roll 2d4 and add +3 each one. So that's going to be that's not too bad. It's 8 more points total from both those guys, and they're all attached also. So I'm going to give this guy a little fist of attachment here, which means he's attached to a bear. And this guy is also, So the bear now has a small pack of these little creatures all over his well, I guess rear haunches, because you're kind of, well, you spun around, so maybe your front shoulders.
So are they all on my shoulders?
Yeah, they're all on your shoulders there, like all just having a big old feast. And Pyric, you're at the top. You hear the bear turn around and make a little growl and a couple of squishy noises as the bear skewers too. And you notice that he's got these little, actually make an insight check, Pyric.
Okay, then.
Let's see how much you assess in this situation.
I was helping the font of the universe make his ascension.
Hey, Ross, why is Shadeen last?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's not last. It's wrapping around. Everybody should be surprised.
Yeah.
I rolled pretty well for me. What's that number?
What'd you get?
12, 15 total.
You got a 15.
I got a 15. That's great.
He's pretty good. Yeah, you kind of see that there's these things all over the bear.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
So the way the surprise works, Russ, is everybody gets skipped that was surprised, and it goes back to the top of
So
the round.
was I not surprised then because my roll was good, or was I surprised?
I'm saying you're not surprised because you rolled well.
All right, then let's
But
do it.
Shadeen they weren't even there when Shadeen's turn was to go, so he couldn't see them. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. They hadn't gone yet. In other words.
Got it.
Okay.
So
Pyric, you have a chance to react because you rolled well. You perceive there's a situation happening.
all right, let's talk about this. Is there a universe where I can get all four of them in a 15-foot cone?
Not without also hitting the bear.
That's fine. I'm good at
Oh, that's right. You've got skills.
I
they're
got
all over
skills.
the bear. So imagine all those, except for the one with the snail on him who's veered off course and smacked into a wall by mistake. All the ones attached. Yeah, if you were to spray the bear, with
I don't think you can see the snail one either. Anyway, so.
Yeah. If you were to spray the bear with a spray attack, and you had the skills to not hurt the bear, which I think you do.
I do.
That would totally work. Yeah.
All right. I'm
Not
going to
only
set
would that
myself.
work, that would be awesome.
I'm going to set myself up, and I'm say, Thrall, calm yourself. This is not the first time I've made a bear hot, and then I unleash the fury that I have felt ever since I've seen Cowlick's kin being dismembered and worn like trophies. So I stand next to Cowlick, and I form up that rage, and I let it just devour the awful parasitical vermin. And
all right, you have to
and
roll the hit
burning
on this,
hands.
or is it just everybody under there takes some damage?
It's burning hands.
Okay.
They have a deck save, I believe, but they will
do.
take half the damage, right?
Yeah, let's see what your damage is, because if you basically roll above any number that's not low, you're going to kill them all. They're not.
A creature takes 3d6 unless they fail, and then they take half.
Unless you roll 3 1s and then they all make their saves, they're pretty screwed.
Okay, then.
So go for it.
This
They're not
is this for everybody?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, they're dead. You easily fry them all.
And then after he's smoking like normal when they're smoking afterwards, I touch Thrall and say, was it good for you?
I give him a claw up. First, I was going to start to growl, and then I realized those things aren't on me anymore. So I did that.
There we go.
Perfect. Okay.
I did something.
That was better than my solution.
That was awesome.
I was going to jump out of the cave and land on my back on the floor.
And roll around like a freaked out bear.
I did
Get him off!
something.
Get him off! Get him off! All right.
I've been saving spells for
All right. That was impressive. Actually, take a point of inspiration for style.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Oh,
That
thank
looked
you. Yeah, I like that. And I'm very much concerned about Cowlick's story now. And I like, finding a right place for my evil destructive urges.
Turns out though, we're still, there's still things happening. We're still in initiative order. We're going to go to Ulrich. Ulrich, can you make a perception check for me?
No, I mean I can try, but no, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
But I can give you a witty comment. Perception.
Yeah.
I need to hear something inspirational. Like if I was traveling the roads, like how these things would speak to me.
Morden sometimes takes us into troubled water, but is not to drown us. It is but to cleanse us. I look over at
with the 4, you're thinking everything's still fine. I mean, Pyric turned away for a minute, but he was probably just chatting with your brother. Who knows?
he's always throwing flames up someplace.
Yeah. So what do you want to do, Joe? You can just do whatever you want, but you got to
Is this rope taut? Can we climb now? Actually, Euphemia, I'll go last just in case somebody gets attacked.
All right. So you're passing off to Euphemia. which is good.
I'm apparently no longer holding the end of it. So.
Yeah, neither am I. So
Oh yeah, the rope fell down. Yeah, you did see the rope fall down. Yeah, the rope is now at the bottom.
I'll grab it as it goes by me.
All right, make a dex check there, Shadeen.
Can I make an acrobatics check?
Sure, make it. You can do that.
Actually, my dex is pretty good too. But
you have to describe.
I'm going to try to
how
do it with style and panache.
You got to describe it if you want to use dex.
Ooh.
Okay, I did a double backflip and a gainer with a half twist, and then I like grabbed it together and then wrapped it around my forearms at the same time, and then I went Wakanda forever.
Nice. All right. Shadeen has the rope. That does distract. Ulrich's impressed by that. All right. So, and Ulrich has said ladies first to Euphemia. So
Euphemia is a couple gradients down. So right when you said pause, I rolled a 17 acrobatics check.
Right.
That's without my bonus. I
So you
think
climb
that's
down
like
easily. Yep.
23. So I'm up the first scale here.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll roll for my second. I'm going up with Bear Brother. Oh, same roll. 25. I pop up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have enough room. Boop, right there.
Okay. Euphemia
Can't
makes
get
it
past
there.
Bear Brother. And I'm going to use my last action to hide.
And you see a lot of these charged sort of bat, sort of mosquito crossed creatures here.
Yeah. I'm like, ooh, gross. Big
Exactly.
mosquitoes.
And
Hyric, what are those?
crispy.
and Karlik, it's your turn.
Tastes like chicken.
Let's see. Karlik is going to advance to here and take a look around.
All right. So you take a look around. Make a perception check, Karlik.
All right. $18.
All right, nice. So the light cast in your horns is illuminating this large intersection where many tunnels are coming together. And you can see ahead of you, it's going to rise up into a 30-foot high cavern. The walls are carved with simple reliefs showing dwarf and gnome miners hard at work. Below them, nearly 24 skeletons, rusted in scraps of armor, are scattered across the cavern floor. Some are dwarf skeletons, while others are orc remains. Half a dozen large brass lanterns stand in niches on the ledges around the cavern, but none are lit. But you also notice with such a great roll that right in front of you, sort of near coming down from that 30-foot high ceiling and zipping into the corridor where the ceiling's a little lower, 3 more. Well, actually, you haven't seen these yet. So you see 3 of these creatures coming, zipping sort of straight at you and the bear behind you. There's these little sort of leathery bat creatures with these long, sort of sharp protruding nose situations heading right towards you and the bear. You see them there? Also, with an 18 to your left, one of these creatures has just bounced off the wall and is sort of fluttering around a little bit. Oh, and because you rolled an 18, he's got a buddy who is also next, just coming down corridor from the north, heading towards you and the bear as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Karlik is going to cast a sleep spell right there on top of, you see 20 feet. I think right here.
All right. What's the radius
10,
on
15?
sleep?
It is, I'll drop it in chat. It says
20-foot radius.
20 foot?
20 foot, yeah. And a point of my choosing. So I think
Where
I
are you gonna
could do right here.
If you did here, I think you could get everybody.
I have to pause on Doc's turn because he wrote the funniest thing in chat. He wrote, "Stirges suck."
He was working on
And he
a
just
poem.
quietly, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't draw attention to it. He just writes it in there.
That's for the viewers.
It is poetic. It is poetic.
Why he's the bard.
That's why he's the bard. So go ahead and roll. So you roll how many hit points of Stirges pass out here? What do we get to?
Oh, 5 die 8. I rolled 4 there. I got to toss one more.
What do we get?
Okay, here we go. So we got 11 plus 4, 15 hit points worth of Stirges.
They all just, there's no saving throw for this, is there? Or is there? There is, right?
No, it's just cumulative hit points starting with the lowest hit points person.
They all just pass out and hit the ground.
Wow, that was another smart move.
Oh, they're all sleeping.
Just
Actually, they're kind of cute when they're sleeping.
I'm thinking about tasting one that's burnt. Pyrrhic, why don't Stirges mate for life?
That's a great question, Cowlick. Why don't Stirges mate for life?
It's hard to find another blood type that they like.
I don't know what to do with that.
It's so terrible.
I feel
So
like
terrible.
I would.
Stop with that.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Sorry.
I feel like I want to make.
All right, moving along.
I apologize.
Ross, I think you should suck a point of inspiration away from it.
That's right. I got to give you a red card for that.
I just lost another point of end. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
So all the Stirges are now, at least all the ones you can see, are now sleeping. And nicely done there, Karluk. We're going to exit combat for the moment. But we'll just keep finishing out the round here because poor Shadeen get a chance to go. Shadeen, it's your activation.
Oh, is it?
It is, yes. By the way, did you get your message?
Waiting. I've got the rope. I'm not letting the big armored dwarf down.
All right.
I mean, I'm going to let him up.
All right.
Right.
So Shadeen is holding the rope. So we can go back
Yeah.
to a standard role-playing mode here, exit combat. So go ahead there, Ulrich, and make your roll to
I
climb.
will, seeing that Shadeen is the only person anchoring it, I'm going to try to squish up here next to Euphemia, and I will grab back of Shadeen's armor with my teeth to help hold him in place.
Do I do advantage or not?
You do get advantage because you have a rope. You're being assisted.
If only I'd known it was Ulrich.
I noticed Shadeen gets pushed off the cliff with the rope in his hand.
All right,
22
Ulrich,
is
you
my
easily
high
make the
roll.
climb with a 17 and a 15, so you make it up there, no problem. All right, everybody is successfully at the top of the climb here.
Oh, Cowlick, I need you to come here for a second. And I say as I need him to be a meat shield as I move towards these. Cowlick, do you come with me?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take out the bloodstone that shows the rock seekers. And since I know these things collect and drink blood, I hold it to them to see if any of these creatures have drained rock seeker blood.
That's really smart.
Okay, well, first of all, take a point of inspiration for that brilliant idea.
I want to give somebody that inspiration.
It is, in fact, brilliant.
I'll take it.
I will rule anybody but Karluk for that joke. Karluk may not have the inspiration.
Yeah, I feel like he needs a timeout for that.
I'll take the inspiration.
Okay, you have to send me pictures of you and Vest to get that inspiration,
Yes.
Joe. But I will. I will definitely give that to you.
Swipe right, Joe.
Pyrrhic, Pyrrhic, why are groups of Stirges always so big? They travel in flocks. Why? They're always on the search for new blood.
It's slightly better. And when he says that, I have this urge to crush one of the skulls of the Stirges, and I do after I determine whether or not they have the blood of the rock seekers in it. Then I will coup de grace them with the end of the staff of ice.
Yeah. So you've got the rock there. Go ahead and make a perception check there, Seppi.
Okay. Perception.
I assume you're sort of examining the surge whilst holding the little.
Yes.
little rock
So
here.
is that Arcana, perception? You want perception?
Just perception, not Arcana.
All right. We'll do that. Whee. Oh my gosh, I'm on fire.
Oh, you are? Yeah. Actually, it could also be investigation. You're stronger there, or insight. But in any case.
Oh, I'm better at investigation.
take an
Give me
insight.
3 more points of so I got a 22.
So the bad news is that the stone does not glow, but that's not necessarily bad news. It's just news. But these creatures, they look pretty emaciated, like they haven't drunk blood in a long time. So it looks like people haven't come this way in a while.
Oh, I let everybody know, starting with Shadeen. Shadeen.
Yes.
These creatures are super hungry. Is the universe giving you any insight to maybe where the next piece of your bauble is, or anything that we can use? Because it's these creatures attacked ravenously this area, and this might be the wrong direction. But we're all up here.
All I'm getting from the universe is that I'm moved. I'm really moved. That's really all I can say.
Well,
I feel engaged, emotionally engaged by this place. I feel moved, but no, I don't sense any kind of insectile motivation or.
I'm gonna come up where my token is and start using my nose to try to push Euphemia towards the other direction.
Russ, did I notice the stirges yet, or is that not something I can do?
Yeah, you notice now by the light of the Minotaur's horns and everybody else around there.
And you heard Pyrex say that.
Yeah, you heard Pyrex say that, and you also see the bodies of the both crispy stirges and some gently sleeping, slightly cute stirges.
Oh, I popped one of those on my way by.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop both the ones in the north corridor.
They're very easy to coup de grace there when they're just sitting down.
Yeah, I look to Cowlick. If you would please hoof stomp the rest of them so we can move on.
I'll hoof it.
All right. So do you guys kill all the stirges? Is that just happened there?
Yes.
All right. I'm just going to take them off the table then. All right.
They're too awful to live.
They're
which way is Bear Brother pushing me?
Back the way we just came.
Oh.
Well, now, Russ, you said there was in this thing there was a passage with dwarven and orcan bodies, and that's this way.
Yeah, that's in the. So I'm going to ping.
But didn't the stirges come from both ways?
Well, actually, John, make a perception check to see if you caught which way the stirges went, or insight check. Insight.
Insight. All right.
Yeah.
12.
You're not sure. You definitely saw some come from where I'm pinging right now. You're not sure about anybody coming from the other directions.
Oh, well, maybe then I'll back off pushing Euphemia. Maybe it's up here then.
Are there tokens for the bodies that Cowlick saw?
No. They're all in here. They're all by this right I'm pinging right now.
Okay.
So this is the room that's got really high ceilings, and there are lanterns in the wall, all out, not lit. And there are bodies of both skeletons.
Hey,
actually.
Russ, can I use my nose to try to sniff for fresh sense tracks of either dwarves or goblins? Or
go for it. Make a perception check.
So these purple squiggles are where the bodies are.
Yeah, they're all littered around the room. But
I'm gonna do survival because it's tracking. Is that cool?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Can I mark where the lanterns are?
I'm using my nose. So the best I get, unfortunately, is 13.
I'm gonna look at the dwarven bodies, Russ, see if there's anybody that's of note.
Yeah, looking at the.
You seeing my lantern circles, everybody?
Seeing if there's any body of note.
How good do these lanterns look? Does it look like something we could just take one?
They're old, but they're metal and they're of dwarven. You don't know. Actually, make an insight check. If you
Can I make a history check?
Sure. Yeah.
Calic's going to ask Pyrrhic if he thinks they're mining lanterns.
I got a 12, which is pretty good.
You see they look like they might be mining lanterns, but they're also arranged in such a way that looks like they're designed to sort of make a nice looking scene if they were all illuminated.
Oh, they're not all illuminated.
Yeah, he said none of them were lit.
There's no light down here at all, except for the Minotaur's horns.
We're going to light all these lanterns. Well, and I mean, when I say we, I mean me.
I think Pyrex should go like this, and they just all light up.
The fuel in these lanterns is long gone. They're all
prestidigitation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's no oil in
you
these
have
things.
dancing lights? You could do it then.
I would like to do that, but I can't yet.
All right. So if we look over the dwarves here that are dead, is there anything important we should be looking?
These are skeletons, so they've been around a long time, and there doesn't seem to be, there's some old and decrepit weapons and a few pickaxes. There are some miners here, gnome bodies too, by the way, and orcs. So there was a battle here long ago, but it was a long time ago.
Russell.
Yeah.
Euphemia is going to trot up to the here.
Where's here?
Use her investigative powers.
Yeah.
To see if there's anything out of the ordinary of a battle that was long ago and a bunch of skeletons. Maybe there's just a clue left over or a gold. I'm not looking for treasure, but there's just something that's out of the ordinary that may give a sense of what's going on.
A great battle here with a giant and a man in black and an expert swordsman.
All right, go for it. Make a
23 total.
You can. It looks like it was an ancient conflict, and it looks like that there was. It looks like this was once maybe a major entrance or a welcoming area, and that it's kind of the way the bodies are arranged, and the fight may have occurred. That they were trying to repel invaders, and the invaders were definitely the orcs, and the gnomes and the dwarves were definitely the repellers.
So this was the way in. That means where Thrall is going north would be either one direction in, or crossing over up in the other direction would be the other way to get out of that room. Thrall, go check the northern thing, see if that's uninhabited.
I'm very concerned about this. Dwarves usually have, at least dwarven religious rituals, have a respect for their own dead. I would expect the orcs to be there. I'd expect whatever else, right? And the gnomes could be deep gnomes. We know that could be the case. But the dwarves, it's weird for the dwarves to just leave their dead here.
Unless they were all killed.
Yeah, I think.
I'm going to use my claw to hook one of Calic's horns and kind of pull him, if he lets me, in front of me so I have a flashlight.
The ever agreeable Calic will advance in that direction.
And then I just kind of nudge him to move up that way, and I'll go with him.
Wow.
I can't.
Unfortunately,
apparently bears can't see in caves. Who knows?
You're using him as a battering ram.
Bears don't have dark sight. It's not a thing.
Okay.
Cave bears do, but I'm not powerful enough to be a cave bear.
They're not a cave bear. Yes. So as Karlik goes ahead, you see a intersection ahead of you, Karlik, and these corridors seem to be a little more refinedly carved. To your left, the corridor goes a very short distance, and then it looks like there used to be a cave in. So that whole thing where you had to climb down and climb up to get through there, that was obviously not original to this place. That was a cave in. Now to your left is a cave in. To your right, you have several options there. You can see there is a corridor going to the north, a corridor going to the east, and down the east there you can see sort of a junction with a door in it that goes to the north. I'm pinging right here. And then the south looks like it leads back into the room with the unlit lanterns and all the bodies.
I am repeating to myself in my head, don't get the zoomies, don't get the zoomies, don't get the zoomies.
I'm just thinking.
Calic is really, really resisting. but very excited.
I'm actually preparing an action. If he goes to dash, I'm going to try to grab him with my teeth. Not in an attacking manner.
Do we see the pool of light from...
Yes. You can see the light. The light is getting down to about here. In fact, you should see it on the map, actually.
Hey, Pyrrhic, there's a light to the north. Prepare your spells for battle.
Prepare yourself.
I feel like because of that smell and the sound of squeaking instruments, I think that's Cowlick and Thrall.
Also, it's doing
behind him. He looks dangerous.
It's doing this bouncing thing.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, I'm gonna move up there too. Let's go to the center here and let's look up. There's a door here.
So now there's a door straight ahead, and there's a corridor still going to the right. And as you look down the right, you can definitely see another dead end. Now, Shadeen, when you were looking down there, you could see way down in that corridor to your right. There was definitely a glow of light coming from that corridor to your right, Shadeen. Down, I'm seeing back where you
I don't
were.
want to step on any hooves, but there is light to the right.
Yeah.
That worked on several levels.
It did. It really did.
Okay.
It really did.
I'm not gonna lie, it was better than the last two bar jokes.
Yeah.
All right.
Last two bar jokes have been kind of hard.
Should we check out this door or should we continue to the light?
Oh, have we established in the campaign at all if Euphemia is talented with traps?
Yeah, she sets them off all the time.
Is that true? Like ambushes, yes, but have we seen her like actually hit a trap?
I remember the manor. She opened every door with no problem.
No, she found the trap in the manor basement. Remember?
Oh, okay. Euphemia,
not stumbled it. She literally found it and told us not to walk on it. Remember that? We had to take the steps the special way.
Yep,
See,
right.
yes. Okay, then I would remember that. And I'm like, Euphemia, the door. Do you mind?
I don't mind at all.
Let's see if she's had any growth. We know how she used to open doors.
No, she likes a good plan and then discarding it.
Right.
A plan is something that you keep, not something that you use.
I checked what kind of handle is it?
It looks like a heavy wooden door with metal cladding. Looks very nice. Definitely has a feel of dwarven make. No apparent locks though. It looks like you could pull it open and it would open out toward you.
All right. How big's the crack underneath the door? I mean, it is dwarven made. It's probably not that big.
It's not very big. You could try to. You could. I mean, give me some ideas. What are you gonna do?
All right. What Euphemia's going to do is she's going to squat down really low and sniff underneath the door, see if she smells any.
Ooh, sniff! A bold move. Make a perception check with sniffing. I don't know that Hobbit smells particularly good. So
She's a cook. Cooks have wonderful sense of smells.
Right.
Yep. 13.
How do we do? Definitely a feeling of dust. A lot of dust going on here. A lot of dust on the floor. A lot of dust coming from under the door. All in all, a very dusty situation.
Okay.
A little bit of smell of death. But it's like old death. Like
All right.
old death. Yeah.
Russ, if I look around me real quick, are the only footprints in the dusty floor our own?
Yes. Actually make a tracking check there, Bear.
Dash.
Jeez, 12.
Yeah. It seems like it's just you guys. Although you kind of been backtracking a little bit and people walking around.
Yeah, I'm not rolling very well. I meant coming from this behind us where just Karlik and I came.
I opened the door.
You just open it?
Yep.
All right.
Told you that's how she rolls.
Where are you gonna stand when you open the door there?
I'm going to go and stand right there.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna drop the and I'm gonna give a description before anybody don't freak out. Don't freak out. Just don't freak out. Okay, here we go.
Go straight.
Let me go to the lighting here, and we're going to. So when you open the door,
Notice how neither of the dwarves are standing in front of the dwarf trap door.
all right, you open the door, and what you see is old stone bunks are in orderly rows that line the walls of this chamber, and corroded iron brazier full of old coals stands near the middle of the room. The bones of half a dozen dwarves and orcs lie strewn about, clad in scraps of armor. 3 gray hunched figures squat amongst the remains, pawing at the scraps and gnawing at the bones. But as the door opens, they look up and see you, and they leap at you, and they look like this.
Cool. Yes.
Da,
Holy
da,
gas.
da. All right. Initiative check.
Turn them.
Oh God,
Don't
they're
forget.
hideous.
Don't forget
These
to
creatures are
click your
hideous.
Don't roll
Don't forget
anything yet. I gotta clear the initiative.
Yeah, don't forget to click your token too.
All right. Initiative check.
I'm trying. Stay on target. Come on. Roll 20. You can do it. Give me my character sheet. Roll 20. You can do it. Are you still there? Can anyone hear me?
I'm here.
Yes.
My
Russ,
character,
remember mine's -3.
my character sheet
All right.
has
I think
decided
we
to
got
die.
all of those guys. Great. How'd everybody do? Is everybody in there?
No, it won't let me open my character sheet. It's very sad.
I don't see you, Euphemia. I see Ulrich. I see Shadeen.
Euphemia is there. Pyrrhic's not there.
Yeah, I see everybody except for Pyrrhic. So Pyrrhic,
I can't click my. it won't. I click my character.
What did you roll, Pyrrhic? I can add you.
All right, I'll just roll a d20. All right, here you go. I think I get a. I don't know what my character sheet says.
It added. Oh no! Well, maybe Russ put you in. You're in as a 0.
I added him manually, but he's got to tell me his number. I can add it.
I think I'm a +1 dex, right? And so I think I got a 9.
9. Okay, fair enough. All right, great. And we're going to sort this thing. All right. So the winner of the initiative check was Euphemia.
Okay. Euphemia opens the door.
Yeah, look at
sees
that.
The ghoul, is surprised.
Three of them in there.
Yep. And she kicks into gear. She's a little bit of a seasoned adventurer now.
Oh yeah.
She fades back 1, 2, 3, 4. She shoots her bow. She pulls the bow off of her shoulder, grabs the arrow, and lets it go. And no advantage, no nothing.
Who are we shooting? The closest one?
Closest one.
All right, how we do?
Total of an 18.
That will hit the closest creature.
And then, it rolled the extra one in case.
These are like ghastly
2d6
creatures.
Yeah.
They're ghouls.
Total of 9 points. But John, do I get sneak attack bonus because I attacked before they moved, or is that like a Pathfinder?
No, that's an assassin thing.
Okay.
You would have got it if they're surprised, but I don't. I mean, if you were hiding and stuff, but they're not. You both opened the door, and it was just initial.
But speaking of hiding, bonus move, hide. So I moved, shot, bonus move, hide.
All right.
Anyway, it is rolling 2 dice for you.
Yeah, the bow should only be 1d6 plus.
If you hover over it, it says it's 1d6 plus.
It's automatically rolling as critical. If you rolled a 20, it would have.
Oh, I see. I see what you're. Okay.
All right. It's now the nearest ghoul's turn, and let's see. He is drawn. He looks at the fact that he can see out here, and he can see. I'm going to use the. Oh, I can't see anything. He can see the Minotaur, and he can see Shadeen sort of behind him, and he can see pretty much everybody, except maybe Ulrich around the corner. But he's drawn almost captivatingly to the beautiful glowing horns of the Minotaur. And he just comes racing out of there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, pounding out through the doorway. And he swings with his claws at the Minotaur. Swoosh. And he rolls with his bonus, that is going to be an 18, Karluk. How does that do?
It's on the button.
Hits. Now, ghouls have some pretty nasty claws. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to take 2d4 plus 2 slashing damage. So that happens. That's going to give you, he doesn't do very well in the slashing part. So you're only going to take, 5 points of damage? Not too bad. However, you got to make a Constitution saving throw here.
I will burn an inspiration on this.
All right. How did we do? It's like a pair of 3s last time I checked.
Oh my!
With your bonus, what does that become there, Doc?
4.
A 4. Okay.
4.
Well, sadly, that is not sufficient. And you are paralyzed. You suddenly, Karluk, you're not turned to stone. He just can't move anymore. And he just collapses onto the ground, paralyzed. We're going to give him a little paralyzed token here. What's a good paralyzed? We'll just give you this little symbol here. So Karluk is actually paralyzed from the ghoul's claw.
In the MMO world, Doc, we call that floor tanking.
I just got that. Paralyzed. All right.
Like a door stop.
Karluk is down. All right, Karluk. Sorry about that, buddy. All right. Moving on. It is now Shadeen's turn. Shadeen, you just saw the mighty Minotaur just collapse right in front of you in a pile, and standing on the other side of him is this drooling, ghastly creature who has been hit by one of Euphemia's arrows, is into the fletching in his shoulder, but didn't seem to care.
All right. Well, I'm going to step up here so that I'm right there. And then I'm going to whack him with my big shadow axe.
Now you're flanking him now because the bear's on the other side. So ghouls aren't really the most tactical creatures. Yeah. So yes, he is definitely whackable.
All right. So this is +7. Oh, that's not great. So 14 is the best I got.
All right. Okay. So 14 will hit though. Good thing ghouls aren't really well armored. So
well, that's good. Okay. So this is +5.
Yeah.
Oh. 7.
Okay.
He is so close to the 10.
You know, you can't really call a ghoul bloodied per se, but he's definitely large chunks of body parts are now missing, and he's looking like he's seen better days.
All right, I'm gonna step back. Oh, I can't do that because then he can get an attack on me.
He would get a free claw attack. We just saw what happened.
You can step south though. One.
Yeah, I want to make room for more folk.
You want me to be between you and them is what you want.
Nice.
That's true.
Shadeen. Now, next up is another ghoul, and this one is in the far back, so he starts to hoof it up. He is also impressed by the shiny light, now on the ground, but still very attractive. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to run 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. He gets right to here, and that's as far as he makes it. So he is right next to you, Bear, and right next to his friend, but that's all he does. And now it is Ulrich's turn.
What kind of sound do these creatures make? Are they preternaturally quiet? Are they make horrible sucking noises?
Well, they had that chewing, gnawing of bones going on, and they're eating the bones, which is really disconcerting. But when they move, they're you think creatures like this might be slow, but they're actually about the same speed as an average human. So they're actually pretty quick, and they don't make a lot of clattering noises or anything like skeletons do. They're pretty nimble. Yeah. They're not quite those speedy, scary zombies, but they're kind of like in the ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah. Ulrich, what are you going to do?
I step up. I look over at my frozen bovine friend.
Yeah.
Morden is always with us. When you get scared, Morden is right there to protect you and guide my axe. I step forward here and slash down, or attempt to slash down that one between myself and my brother. I'm going to strike with advantage because we got him flanked.
Yep.
I'm going to get a critical.
Ooh, crit. Let me go to the crit pile.
What?
I'm going to not smite.
Cards. All right. Critical hit deck for GMs. No. Critical deck for players. Here it is. All right. See what you got, Joe. You're using your axe, right?
I am.
Bloodied nose, which is a little weird for these guys, but maximum double damage. So whatever your maximum is, then double it. Just wow.
Whoa. You don't have to roll. You don't have to roll.
So it's going to be so max is, I think it's 26. Let me just double check that though. So my max damage is 14. So 28.
28. So you cleave him in twain. You just slice him right in half, and he just falls apart and flops about on the ground and then stops moving.
I go, you are protected, my friend. They must go through me to get to you. And then, of course, then I start realizing they might paralyze me because my Constitution save sucks too.
All right.
Does this wake up Cowlick? Like it's this creature being dispatched? Is this an enchantment or a pathogen?
No, it apparently nope, he's still out. And now it is the third ghoul's turn, who goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Also can't quite make it all the way. She's going to have to jog. So he comes running in here and is now also next to Ulrich. They are shoulder to shoulder now at the entryway, both looking pretty excited to have fresh meat. And it is now the bear's turn.
Can I attack diagonally here, Russ, or do I have to shift?
You may attack diagonally. That's fine.
All right, and there's no disadvantage for that?
Should there be? I don't know if there is.
I don't know. I don't think so, but I just
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so. I don't think so.
All right. I will then try to bite his head off. That probably misses with a 12.
12 does not. It's just what you need to hit.
Oh, perfect. He's going to take 8 piercing damage.
All right. That's a good hit.
Then I will
He is not bloody yet, though.
I will slash at that same one with claws. That should hit with a 22.
It does.
And he will take 11 slashing damage.
All right. He is now also a mess. You can see a lot of his internal organs. They don't seem to be beating. But he is still up.
All right. That's my turn.
Pyrrhic, your friend Karlak is on the ground. He is breathing, apparently, but that's all the only motion you've got of him. His eyes are open, staring up like they can't move. His eyeballs in their sockets are not moving.
Well,
He's
Eric, this is why undead are bad. They must die.
Do I recognize anything from Hamankus' notes about these ghouls?
Sure. Make an Arcana check with advantage because you've read Hamankus' notes.
I love that. Okay, so we're gonna do Arcana. Oh, that would be a 24.
Yeah, so he has some good notes about ghouls. It turns out ghouls are not the deadliest of undead, but they can be tricky because of their paralyzing nature of their claws. Their bite attack actually does more damage, but people generally fear their claws for the paralysis. Generally, the good news is elves are immune to the paralysis caused by ghouls. Little bonus. Also, it doesn't affect other undead. But everybody else, if their constitution is not strong enough, they will be paralyzed, typically not for a very long time, about a minute, give or take. But if they're particularly strong, they might recover earlier, but it's generally about a minute.
Okay, I'm concerned about I'm concerned about these claws, and so I'm going to summon the power of the Nord dead center at the chest of the ghoul that has just been injured, hopefully using cold to slow him down so his claws are less effective.
All right, so you're using it on the one that's already wounded?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And which spell is this?
This is the power of the Nord. It is
Power of the Nord.
It is 17 with the Ray of Frost.
That will hit.
Okay, and that is going to do. Where's my dice? I can't click on the right screens fast enough. And feel the power of the Nord.
How we do? Oh, 1 point of damage. Is there any bonuses there?
No.
No, he's still up. He got a little frost on his shoulder, and he's like, I don't even know what happened there.
Oh, that's a classic.
The good news is his movement is slowed by 10. So
yeah, I know. I love to slow him
got
down.
that going for you.
Yeah, that's good.
We're almost at the end of the round. Rafe, did you have a pause at 8? Or are you still good?
So far, I was just checking. So far, I think I'm good.
All right, great. We'll keep going. Awesome. So, Pyrrhic, anything else you want to do besides a little bit of frostbite on a
that's pretty good. I hit him. I'm going to feel good about me. I'm going to take a step back, maybe.
So, Karlak, you're lying there on the ground, looking up past your glowing horns at the ceiling, unable to even blink or close your eyes. You can kind of hear your own pulse in your ears, and make a Constitution saving throw.
Or die.
Calix's trying to go to his happy place. Let's see how that goes. Oh, a 7. I am deep in concentration.
A 7. No, you're still staring at the ceiling, and like a little dust mote floats down from the ceiling and like lands right in your eye, and you can't even blink, and it's driving you insane. Like it's just maddening. You can't even move it. It's just right
Crazy.
there. You can't even do anything.
I was thinking I was doing you a favor by not moving into those squares.
Yes, right. You get bear hair in your eyes. That'd be just awful. Euphemia, top of the new round. Euphemia is up.
Euphemia, to the ghouls, they don't even see anybody there. But out of like nowhere, she flings another arrow.
Is she shooting at the wounded ghoul or the
wounded ghoul?
All right.
And it is with advantage.
Yep.
due to her special power.
You should also get your sneak attack. Yeah, there.
So the 18 is the one that hits. I disabled that, John, because it's way too many dice.
Yeah.
So the 18 hits, so it's 9 base damage, Russ.
All right. Well, that arrow goes right through the center of his forehead, and he goes down like a sack of taters, not to move again.
That's because I had chilled him to his bones.
Yes, he was already a little frosty.
He was scared.
Anything else,
Crap.
Euphemia?
Yeah, I just lost another arrow. That arrow broke.
There you go.
And
Shattered on his skull.
Yeah.
How many arrows you got left?
That's what I was going to say. And Euphemia does a quick check inside her quiver, and she has. Why is that's not right? She has 8
is everybody
left.
Guessing?
8 left.
She has 8 left.
In the last episode, she said she had 9, so I was guessing.
This is for everybody to help me remember. When this encounter's over, I'm thinking to go back and check the orcs and the dwarves and see if I can't scavenge any arrows.
All right.
Or this barracks coming up, Euphemia.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Even better. Thanks, Pyric.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is Shadeen's turn. Shadeen, what are you feeling?
Oh, I'm going to hit him again. Patty.
All right. He's flanked him now. So that's a thing. So you get advantage.
So this is +7 to hit. Oh, not 20.
Oh, not 20. Let's go to the critical hit deck. Woo, you guys are getting it back on that Grick from last time. Let's see. What do you got there? What kind of weapon are you using there, Shadeen?
That is a giant axe formed from shadow itself.
All right. So what we got here is a sliced tendon. You cut through the back of his leg, triple damage, and the target speed is reduced to 5 until the end of his next turn.
Triple damage, huh?
Triple.
So
I don't think he's going to have a
roll
next turn, but let's see what happens.
I think you roll and multiply by 3.
+5.
Yeah, you roll your
So
damage. And
30
multiply by
points
3.
of damage.
How much?
30.
Oh, yes. Not only do you slice his tendon, you cut his leg clean off into his other leg, and the whole thing just collapses, ne'er to move again.
A very poorly made construct.
And with the flop of that one, it seems that the sound of combat has died down, and yet another whoosh sound of water. But otherwise, it's all of a sudden quiet again.
Euphemia rushes to Karlik's
breathing
side.
of a moose. I mean, a minotaur.
Euphemia rushes to Karlik's side and says, "Pyric, Ulrich, you have to help. He's not awake."
Stand back.
I read this. Euphemia, I read this in the book. The only way to wake him up is to lick his eyeball.
No,
I lick his eyeball.
Exactly what to do. I go,
Yeah,
I lick
it's
his
like
eyes.
just keep on licking it.
I just give a big
Euphemia,
bear
until
lick
he
to his
wakes
face.
up.
I just push his eyes closed, his eyelids. Now we wait.
I'm licking his face
is
with
so
my
really
bear
good.
tongue.
See? Yes,
Karlik-
Jarl knows.
Karlik, make another Constitution save.
You have advantage because I'm licking your face.
Yeah, you do. I'll give you advantage because bear smell.
I just made that up. Sounds good.
You're
though.
being assisted. Let's call it assistance.
Oh yeah, I'm helping. See? Look at that.
I told
there it
you.
is.
I
Oh
told
God,
you.
you just can't bear the fawning, Karlik, of all your compatriots when you wake up.
The problem is that every time I lick him, he tastes like beef.
So delicious.
I'm like, it's like a beef popsicle.
Oh. All right. Okay. So the ghouls have been vanquished, and you are standing here at the entrance to this what appears to be an old barracks.
Okay. Compatriots, I'm very concerned, number one, that the ghouls could just be here undisturbed in what seems to be an abandoned section. But this being a barracks means all of this is interconnected in the complex. So we have really two choices. We either try to find where they have already gone and we follow them that way, or we use the advantage of having come from a direction that they themselves have not expected, and we continue to search in these areas. Euphemia, you're the one who's generally our compass for these kinds of things. Which do you think we want to do?
I'm thinking I'm going to go up to the door here and peek around the corner.
All right. Okay. Karlik and the bear appear to be exploring to the right. Don't go too
I
far.
have to follow my light source.
Yeah. Just don't go too far. Everybody going at once, because then you might trigger something, and I can't follow both things at one time.
So if my light source gets the zoomies, so do I.
Yes. So, Euphemia, as you look around the room, again, you see all the cots there that you can see. There's 3 on the leftmost wall. There are 2 near you on the right wall, and then 2 a little farther down.
Be okay if I move my token around the corner so I can see?
You can move your token in. I'll move it in for you. You're in the room now. Okay. So you can see the room. It's barren. It doesn't look like anything living has been here a long time. The only real signs of any movement at all are from what must have been those ghouls. And there is 1 door in the upper left of back end of the room here.
Any foot lockers? Any racks with bows and weapons?
There are some, but they look all very old and rotted. But I'll tell you what, I'll give you why don't you go ahead and take an investigation check and see if you get lucky.
Ulrich.
Yes.
Could you come here, please?
You lost your camera, Joe.
19 total.
19, that's pretty good. You do manage to find 1 box that has a very nice quality dagger, as well as an old unusable short bow, but you also find D4 usable arrows. Are you ready?
Ooh, I'll take it.
Oh.
I will roll the D4. You got 4.
Yes, 4.
Yay. All
right. This brazier, I'm going to step up to it, Russ.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my natural affinity with fire to light it up.
Aye, what did you need there, Pyrrhic?
The shape of this room is peculiar. You see that far corner? Can you see if there's any dwarven signs that there might be a hidden room or a storage area in the far corner before we move out?
Can't help but notice there's a door here, but I will check for traps in the way I know best.
No, I mean the corner. We're looking for some secret. Yeah. That seems peculiar. The shape of this room. No sane person would try to make the room this shape.
That is why you do not understand dwarven thinking.
Morton created a fire that actually emits light in the room, so the room is illuminated now for everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How does this smell of ghoul and like death and stuff in here?
All those things. Yeah, it smells of rotten. Well, the bodies don't smell rotten anymore. It just smells of dust and bone. Whatever flesh was on these long dead. This place is basically a tomb now, except for the fact that there were ghouls here gnawing on things. It hasn't been used, lived in, or passed through in some time.
Cowlick, these bodies. Take a closer look. See if there's anything that indicates their clan or their story.
Russ, I'm going to check. Well, he's doing that. I'm going to check this area here, ending at the door where I carefully listen before I tell Euphemia to open it.
I'm going to double check everything Ulrich does. Because I know he can't find his way out of a paper bag.
I'm really concerned about the wall that's kitty corner to him.
Yeah.
I would be offended, but I know my brother's correct.
I'm sniffing around, seeing if there's any air blowing through the secret doors.
All right.
I'm looking for the dwarven doors that you can't find.
Everybody who's searching for doors, make a perception check. Joe, why don't you just make one and take advantage because you're being helped?
All right, there we go.
And what's everybody else? Is anybody else doing anything other than helping them watch for secret doors?
Ooh, that was good.
I got a 25.
All right. You're feeling great that there are no secret doors. Except for this door here, and the door you came in. It doesn't feel like there's any exits.
I let Ulrich continue to search, mostly because I can't talk, but also because it's funny.
What kind of door handle we got?
This door seems to be the only way out besides the way we came in. I've checked thoroughly.
You got the same style door you came in the south. Wood, steel cladding, dwarven made, high quality, not locked.
I open it and I step there.
All right. Let me also remove. Let me also.
I bound to the right as soon as he flings open the door.
I put my shield up. To me, brothers.
Alec
you
stares
see-
at his shoes and
You
looks
see
at
what
them.
looks like a Euphemia and Ulrich and Shadeen, and everyone standing there. Even everyone pretty much can see this, except for the bear. You see a what looks like a pretty twisty set of well carved tunnels, numerous intersecting passages. The ceilings here are only 6 feet high, so which is short for anybody except for a dwarf or a halfling or a gnome. Clearly made for those types. And several of the passages, you look around a little bit, look like they just end, like it's not completely finished. Yeah, so that's what you're looking at.
As you know, I'm an expert in tunnels, so I'm a dwarf. I would say that we leave this here and go back to where I believe someone saw a light down to the south. And,
It'll be to the left now, which doesn't rhyme.
No, we go down and to the right. But because you are not familiar with tunnels, we go down and we're going east, south and to the east. If you follow me, you can show me the way. And when I say I'm going to show you the way, you show me where you saw the lights. I'm going to close that door, Russ, and we're going to start moving back to where we came.
Go back the way it came. Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy person made this dungeon.
I take 2 moves to get to there.
All right.
I warm myself on the fire as I go by.
Okay. Door closed. All right. Which way you guys going here? You're back down to the
All right.
intersection?
Follow me
Just
this way.
north of the room with all the lanterns.
10, 25. And you said the light was coming, Shadeen, the light was coming from this way?
From the east, as you say.
Yes, that's it. So then we're going to continue that. That's 1 move. And we're going to go here, go Euphemia. Scout out and see what you can see ahead.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. So Euphemia, as you start going down there, you're seeing some light. There's let me just hang on a second. So what you're looking at is sort of a strange glow. And you can kind of see as you look down there, Euphemia, it looks like there might be, is there a rug down there? Looks like maybe there's like a rug or something covering the floor. But from this distance, it's a little hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to keep getting closer?
Yeah, tell me again, if I hide in shadows, does that slow my movement by half?
Yes.
Yeah.
Euphemia, tie this rope around your waist in case you get in trouble. I can pull you back to safety.
Okay. I tie it up.
I tie the other half around my waist because 2's trouble.
All right. So Euphemia, start going slow. Let me know how close you get there.
That's my stealth roll.
All right. Move a couple squares at a time here for me.
And that's the end of my movement anyway.
All right. Yeah, you're seeing as you're getting a little closer, make a perception check to see if you can figure out this rug situation. You're a little far away still. There's definitely sort of this glow. Oh, nat 20. Is that a nat 20, Rafe?
Yes, it is.
Wow, nice. So first of all, you get a card. You already have a card? No?
Nope.
Good. Here you go. So I'm going to put that next to your character. You can go ahead and right click and take that. And also, it's actually an eerie green light. And what you thought might have been a rug or maybe a carpet, it's actually dense, sort of weird green fungi covering large section of the floor in this cavern. And the growth includes like little puffballs, about a foot across, though, not that little. Weird sort of shelf fungus growing on some stalagmites and large stalks and caps, a good 5 feet tall, winding up. And some of the puffballs kind of glow with this sort of eerie green phosphorescence that is the source of the light you've been seeing. Just kind of like seeping in. Now, also from this distance, you can just start to make out this cavern. There might be a passage out to the north, but it's hard to tell. There might be several different passages out of this thing. Sorry,
All right, I turn around and I go, Pyric!
Can we tell where the whoosh is coming from, Russ, or is that just all over?
Oh, make a perception check there, Joe.
Really? I don't know why. I'll just take the 1, but God, I'll make it. All right.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
I know exactly where it's coming from.
Joe,
Exactly.
would you like to get rid of your red card for that?
Yeah, get rid of that thing.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and drag it into the.
Actually, no, give me a blue one. I'd rather have a blue one. Let me have one of each.
All right, you got one of each. Here you go.
You always
Here you go,
forget
Joe.
to use it anyway.
All right, Joe. I gave you. There's a blue one right there. You can take that one. Okay. All right. So, Joe, what you're perceiving is that as you guys move sort of northward, which is anywhere near the top of my screen here, as you guys move northward, the wave sound is definitely getting louder. So, for example, when you were up here in the barracks investigating, the wave sound was a bit louder. Then when you move down here, the wave sound has gotten a little bit quieter, but it does feel like within that 20 and your dwarven skill at underground sort of understandings, it seems like that moving in the direction Euphemia was moving in or the direction to the north, both those directions would make it a little bit louder. And honestly, Euphemia's direction is probably a little more towards it than straight north would be.
This is the way.
Oh,
I'm sure of it.
Euphemia, I hear you calling out. Where are you? I don't see you.
I tug on the rope of Ulrich's rope.
You fall the
I
rope
give
into
it
the
3
dark.
tugs.
Actually, I pull the rope 5 feet back.
Euphemia, make a strength check. Joe, make an opposed strength check against Euphemia.
Oh, yeah,
Euphemia gets whatever your bonus is, Euphemia.
It just takes
13.
All right, 13. Joe, how'd you do? Oh,
Yeah, no, 18.
Yeah, Euphemia is dragged, I don't know, like 10 feet towards Ulrich.
He's right here, Pyrrhic. Right here.
I say to Pyrrhic, there's... Oh, hold on. I got to go.
All right. Good time to pause. So Ulrich and Euphemia are tied together. We're only a few minutes before our normal end time anyway. You all think you know the sound of the water might be coming from the way of the green glow, but we'll have to find out more next time on Wave Echo Cavern.
I am moved.
All right, everybody. Thanks for a great session.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Achievement unlocked. You've made it to the end of another D6 Generation episode, the podcast whose humor has universally been acclaimed as not too horrible. Please let us know what you thought of the show by emailing us at info@the d6generation.com. If for some inexplicable reason you actually enjoyed this show, you can help others find out about it by leaving positive reviews on iTunes. Thanks for listening and happy gaming.